Alright everyone, back in Icarus today. Today I have planned to do a little bit more, just preparing for stuff and potentially even doing a mission depending on how fast we get that set up. And so I've been doing a little bit of stuff kind of off screen here, preparing. I got some sap being made up over here, and more sticks and refined wood being made here, and I chopped down a bunch of wood there a little while ago. It just takes a while. I'm trying to make up more of these because I've been working on getting a lot of the structure pieces built up because I really want to just go down and start building that new house and getting that done soon. So I need to build, I think I'm going to need some more pillars and probably some more roof pieces. Maybe some corners, some of these, more walls. But we're almost there in terms of that. Um, I have prepared for a few things. So I unlocked a few technologies while I was kind of doing this stuff offline, but I decided to wait until I was streaming again before I and this one of the things I wanted to get was this electric textiles bench. I won't get that one right now. I'm gonna build it today, but I want to build before that one. I want to build this, the new advanced masonry bench. So basically, this is just a direct upgrade to this guy. Yeah, I thought so. We're gonna place the two of these side by side because I got nothing else to put down here, so I may as well. We'll put the stone and the wood, and then bang, and that, and then that up. This guy will be strictly for making just stone structures. So we're gonna put everything we need for stone inside of you. Over on this side. Go. Now this one can make stone bricks, which is the next tier up. I'm not gonna make it right yet though, but that's something I'm gonna work on because I think I'm gonna build the main base of the stone. It's just a hell of a lot easier. Okay, so we built that. What was the other thing I wanted to do? I do want to set up a biofuel water pump. Maybe not the biofuel. Maybe I'll wait till I get the electric one's just so much better. So I made the what else was it I wanted to do? There was a couple things I wanted to craft today. Let's see. That would be easy to get and be get some more power. Got that done. Advanced masonry bench, we got that one crafted. I would love to have a smoker too. I'll have to make that one. I might make a second water wheel. I don't think she is. Yeah, I'll make a second water wheel. It'll be just the easiest way to get more power, and then we can build another deep mining drill, which is perfect. But I think I'm going to start with the electric textiles. Yeah, I think those are the two main things. Because I was making electronics all day just to make sure I had enough in there for everything. This is the electric textiles bench. This is the upgraded version of the textiles bench. There we go. Now, this one can make, I already unlocked it earlier, the miner set. This is probably your best resource gathering set right here. Now, you do require the, one of the DLCs. I think this one comes from the Great Hunts DLC. I'm not sure, but it's right there. Whatever that symbol is, whatever DLC that is. But this is a really good set for just for gathering stuff. Now, it's kind of expensive. The entire set requires titanium. You need a lot of titanium, cured leather, steel, and steel rebar. Now, cured leather is easy. Cheese in the bodies, yes. So what we're gonna make, I'm gonna make this smoker, which I just need some charcoal for, which I'm gonna have to make some because I don't think I have a lot of charcoal left. Unfortunately. I have to make some charcoal. Don't know if I don't think I have any left, unfortunately. I have to give it a little while. Let me just see what I need to make a titanium pickaxe while I'm waiting. Oh, I already got everything. Look at that. Titanium pickaxe. Now, one of the next things I want to unlock is the next tier of alterations. The alteration bench. Or get the next bench in general. Would be really nice. Yeah, we're going to need how much money? I think it was 50. Didn't take too long to get it. I guess I'll just say it because it's actually hilarious. So, I had the ring bot for a while. I bought it like last year, last fall, or like fall past, so about 6 to 8 months ago. And I've just been waiting because I said, who wants to have a winter like wedding thing, or who wants to be proposed in the winter? So I said I'll just kind of wait it out, wait for a good day in the summer, and then had a whole plan made for it of how I was going to execute it. And I was keeping it hidden in a bag that I had, like a little, almost like a bag, like I sling it over my arm, or I put my wallet and stuff in whenever we go out. I had it put in there. And before I left to go to my dad's this weekend, I took it out because I just wanted to check on it because it'd been like 8 months since I looked at it. So I was like, I just want to check and see that it's still okay. There's nothing wrong with it. It wasn't getting scratched out or anything. So when I opened it up, it came in a pack of like 3. So it was like the ring, the wedding band, and then it came with a matching wedding band for me. And when I opened it up, I heard something fall. And I was like, what the fuck was that? I got down on my hands and knees and I just started searching the floor everywhere. I was like crawling around, feeling around, could not find anything. And I was like, maybe it was my imagination. So I put it all back together, put it in a different compartment in my bag, and left to go to my dad's house. Now, out where my dad lives, we don't get very good service. I can pretty much only get service like when I'm at somebody's house on the Wi-Fi, or certain spots like when you're driving up over the hills and stuff. You can catch a bit of signal, but other than that, there's not really great signal. So I just get a message at some point Saturday. I think it was Saturday. Was it Saturday? I believe it was Saturday. Anyway, I just get some message just like, hey, did you drop something? And I'm thinking to myself, like, well, what could that fucking be? Because the way she's asking is like, not like, hey, you dropped something, like condescendingly, which would have been her, like, I dropped something important and she's scolding me for it kind of situation. But that wasn't the case. So I was thinking and thinking. I couldn't come up with what it was. And anyway, I went the whole day not really knowing. And then I was getting into bed at my nan's house that night because I was staying with her over the weekend, or with them because they got a summer home out there. And just as I was starting to drift off to sleep, it kind of popped in my mind about that moment. And I was like, no, there's no way. So anyway, I had no service at that point in time. So when I woke up the next day, I kind of messaged back and like, I don't know, I could have dropped anything. You're going to have to be a little bit more specific. So she just sends me a picture of this ring on the floor. I'm like, well, fuck. So that's where it went. And anyway, the story is she came home and the cat was playing with something. And she couldn't figure out what the cat was playing with because it sounded like it was metallic. She was like, he was kicking something around the floor and it was metallic. And when she went over and looked at it, here was the fucking ring, and she was like, where did you get this to? Then she knew right away. Then she's like, it must have been mine or whatever. Yeah, essentially the cat proposed to her for me. Or I think he was proposing to her and she just took it as me. So, haha, take that, cat. Yeah, the cat was out of the bag at that point, metaphorically and physically. So, when I came in on Sunday, I was like, well, you already know about it, so I took her out to like our favorite spot and just kind of gave it to her. That didn't game because I was like, it was gonna happen anyway. I just had a whole plan for it, and it was gonna be like, you know, more thought out than how it became. But anyway, that's the story behind it. So she wanted to make it official then with everything. Yeah, I said at the very least, you know, she's gonna have the best engagement story out of everybody that she knows. No, that was a bit of a laugh there. And of course, after I told her, she was immediately like, let's go tell our parents. I'm like, I just got in town. It's like 6 o'clock in the evening. I just got home. So anyway, we went out to her mom's house first. And her mom was crazy. Like her mom, like we literally never even got the door open. Like we knocked on the door. They opened the door and she just ran out and grabbed her. And she's like, "Congratulations!" And the two of us looking at each other like, "What the fuck?" She was like, "Yeah, I saw the ring. Like as soon as I opened the door, I was like, oh, they were looking. Like this is something they've been expecting for a while." Like she never even had a chance to show it to her. She just saw it immediately upon opening the door. It was crazy. Wait, what was I doing? I wanted to make a water wheel. We're gonna need some of and I went over to my mom's house. She was a little bit took her a little bit longer to figure it out. We kind of had to spoon feed her a bit. She thought it was something completely different because from her perspective, I called her. It was 9 o'clock in the evening, and I called her and was like, "Yeah, we're coming over. We want to talk to you about something." Of course, she starts thinking in her head about all the possibilities of what it could be. She knew something. Like she's like, "This is not normal. There's just something going on here," but she couldn't quite figure out what it was. Of course, she was like rattling her brain. Never once thought to her that that's what it could have been. We showed up at the house and we're just kind of being coy about it. We're like, just walking in. I think I bought some Mary Brown's, which Mary Brown's is basically just Newfoundland version of Popeye's chicken. Closest thing we have. It's a Newfoundland like only thing. And I walked in with like a box. It was like a meal boxing. So it was like 5 pieces of chicken with taters and a couple biscuits and some gravy. Sat down, just started eating it. No context. They also had lobster there, but I preferred that. I think I'd be in the mood for lobster. But anyway, that's yeah. So walked in and we started with the small talk, and then eventually she just kind of started like wondering what was going on. So we were trying to let her like we were trying to wait for her to figure it out. We were giving her like the benefit of the doubt to figure it out on her own. She never did figure it out. We basically just had to tell her after. Yeah, it was funny. Had her all worried. Now, the main reason I wanted to get that was if we take leather like this and need some sort of fuel, which I do believe coal works. Where'd I put the... Yeah, here's the smoker. It works the same as a drying rack, just more industrial. Oh, it only runs on charcoal. That's interesting. Put that in there. You can still use the other drying rack. It'll just work passively. You don't have to fuel it or anything, but this one's faster and does require fuel. We'll put some charcoal in here. You actually have to select a recipe? Okay. Yeah, so you still have to select a recipe. That's a little faster. Okay. Now it's still going to take a little while to make that, so we're going to have to wait on... Alright, so we got that done. So all I wanted to do today was make the armor, and I need to get my power more stabilized before any of this stuff can really work. Water wheels are the easiest way to make... I usually just rely on a bunch of water wheels, to be honest. Or maybe like 2 water wheels and a couple of turbines. But the water wheels give you more power and are arguably cheaper. Alright, well, we got a water wheel. That will do. Go place that. Will get us the starts of more power. Then I want to come back here and see if I can't make that miner set. See how close I can get that without making it look too awkward close. Yeah. There we go. Now all we gotta do is take our electrical cable. We gotta attach this to one of the nodes that this one's attached to. I don't know if it'll snap to that one. It may. I'm not gonna risk it. I'm gonna go like this. Like that. Connect it right there. So that's 2. That should be 4,000 power now being trans. I don't think these. Yeah, I don't think these wires have a limit to how much energy can travel through them at one time. But I do know that these, like the water wheels and the batteries, etc., have a limit to how much they can input and output on their own. It doesn't say anything, so there's probably no limit that, well, of course it's going to be 2,000 because they only produce 2,000, so these will, emit 2,000 power, but for other power sources like batteries and stuff like that do have a maximum output and a maximum input that they can take from. What the? I was wondering what that was. His neck was all weird for a second there. Alright, so got the second water wheel hooked up. I want to make as well. There's a thing called a flow meter, which I unlocked as well right here. So I just need gold wire. See, the problem is I don't think we have any gold left. So we may just have to. Oh, I do have some gold. Actually, I have to be very careful though, because I only got some of that. I'm gonna definitely make the flow meter. I don't need a wind turbine right yet. We're gonna hold off on the wind turbine. But now I can make another electric mining drill. We do need more aluminum too, because I'm low on aluminum. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Let's focus on the armor first. We need for the chest piece we don't got. Oh, it's just more leather, so we just need a lot more leather. Okay, so we have everything we need. We should have lots of screws. We definitely got the titanium. The only thing we really need now is just a lot more cured leather. Okay, so we'll get there. So, we know that we have everything over there already. I'm going to build another one of these guys. And we're also going to build... Actually... No, I'm not. I was going to say we'll build another water wheel. But I'm planning on coming down into this area, perhaps, because I wanted to at least check out 2 more of these caves to get more gold and stuff. But while I was down there, I wanted to check and see if there was another node. I wanted to see what nodes were available down in this area when I get down there. And I'm gonna have to build some sort of central power place, but we're not gonna be able to power it with a water wheel because there is no running water down in this area. There's gonna have to be solar panels and turbines. We don't have solar panels yet, nor the ability to make them. So the only choice we got really is to build a couple of wind turbines, which we could have the ability to make at least 2, provided I got the aluminum. I don't know if we do. I know aluminum is something we are very low on. Might have enough. I might have enough. I can get 2 of these. Can't. Alright, well, we'll just go with 1 of those. And we've got our electric mining drill. We've got our flow meter. So I got somewhat of a game plan here. So, flow meter. I'm gonna slap you probably right. I like putting it on the wall, but I don't like putting it on these walls because they don't look as nice. It look great there, but it can't go on the crease is the part about it. For here, I suppose. Yeah, that's good enough. Doesn't matter where it goes, as long as it's easily accessible. I think that's good. And then you slap that on there like that. And then if you switch it to electricity, now you'll see. So we've got 4,000 power coming in. We're only drawing 500. I had to move the battery in here because it turns out the battery does get damaged by storms, and it was not being protected down in that bottom area. Even though it was in like that little area, it was still taking damage. So I just moved it here. Eventually I'll have a more dedicated room for it. Okay, so one of the things I have to do is draw that power line. Okay, so it already goes over here, so grab from there. Wait. And bang. There we go. Yeah, once we get enough leather, we'll build that armor set and we're good to go. We can start building the set, I guess. What takes the least amount of leather? 10, 10, 15. Most amount comes from the chest piece. Actually, the helmet doesn't require any, so let's that one first. See, we're not getting enough power. Why are we not getting enough power now? Should be enough power. I must not have something hooked up right. Oh, I see. I see exactly what's going on. This is not actually connected to that. You gotta be real careful about how you... That should be connected now. That wasn't actually connected. It was just connected to the other side of the wall, not to the node itself. You gotta make sure you, like, connect it right. Now, this should be good to go. Yeah, it's drawing power now. There we go. We made the helmet. Guess we'll make the chest piece first since it's the next biggest piece. Go. Gloves. I don't know if I'll bother to make the alterations for them now, or if I'm just going to wait until I got the better alterations anyway, because they're going to be changed regardless. All I need now is the Dusty Miner leg armor, and then the feet, which I probably won't have enough. Yeah, I'm going to need a full 10 pieces. Dang. Okay, whatever. That should be enough, I think. Yep. Make that. There we go. So what I do for now is I'm going to take off all of the brown bear set, put on the whole miner set. Brown bear set's just gonna go in here. Now let's go over here and grab the helmet. And we'll take this helmet off, put this helmet back in here, and then apply a upgrade altar. Go. Now is this fuel canister? Okay, what we're gonna do as well, because we have a lot of iron, not a big deal. We're gonna make a couple more canisters. Put an empty canister in there. That does 100 per, so we need 10,000. So what's that? 100 actions? Yeah, I think so. Anyway, let it fill. Helmet done yet? Yep. There, now we get the set bonus too, which gives us all this, which is great. So this is a great set of armor to just start off with. Physically, very good. So armor-wise, it just works really well, but it also does all the bonuses towards mining and caving and stuff, which is just really useful. Alright, so now we're going to head down to down below. Alright, now where's our horse? Good to go? Okay, perfect. This is our copper node that we found. Yeah, it's out of fuel. We got a bit of copper. Copper's something we're going to use a lot. Right now I need gold and aluminum on top of my list. I'm pretty sure I cleared these caves out. I'm just going to take a quick little peek. Make sure I did. But I'm like 99% sure that I cleaned these out. Yeah, this one's been cleaned out. What do we got? Copper and aluminum. See, this is a great cave right here already. Get out of here. You. Yeah, so this cave's been cleared out. Aside from it looks like coal, I think was the only thing I left behind. So I'll just leave it there for now. This is a great cave, though. Aluminum and copper. That's two big ones there. So we'll keep in mind that this cave's here. That's perfect, because I can use this little... I'll have to upgrade this to stone. But essentially, we can just have this here. Put a little battery inside of it. Maybe a flow meter if we're feeling spicy. Stick a turbine on the roof and a solar. All you'd really need to power both of those would be a single solar panel. Alright, so we got one cave there that's perfect with copper and aluminum. We're going to run over here towards these caves that were over here. Now they're more down this way, though. And when I get up there, I'm going to do a scan. Alright, so we have this cave here. I don't remember if these caves were emptied. I think these caves, I just mined what I had to. I need a melee weapon, which is fine, because got an axe that'll do. Get out of here. We'll mine this cave while I'm here, but I wanted to see... Salt is kind of meh. Is that gold? Yeah, well, gold is... We got gold in here, that's good. See? It's already respawned. Okay. Let's haul out our scanner and just see what else can be found around here. There is titanium up that way, which might be actually in that other cave. But there is titanium. There is an iron ore one. Probably like right around here somewhere. It could be right here, maybe. Gold is inside. I knew about that one. And there's another copper one too. I would assume over in that cave. So if we had iron and copper in that one cave, that'd be great, because we'd have iron and copper, and then up here we would have aluminum and I think it was aluminum and copper, wasn't that? Yeah, up here. That's why I bring beacons, because I can mark them. And it's easier to look at it. We got a silica one. We got coal. We got sulfur. Oh yeah, so far we got quite a bit of stuff down here. There's a titanium one. So all we need to do is find a platinum one, really. And... titanium and oxide. What we need. That's the main ones, anyway. Okay. Let's go mine this cave, then, now that I've emptied my inventory a bit. Bring back a bit of coal. Coal's not really heavily used. The fact that you can't use it for gunpowder kind of makes it kind of null, because the only thing it's really used for is either making steel or just as fuel for a lot of your stations. And a lot of your stations don't really burn that much fuel. I mean, I haven't filled up the forges in forever, and they're still, like, doing pretty good. And eventually I'm just going to move on to electric ones anyway. Right, so we're going to go a little bit more centralized here. Go basically straight in this direction. It's a good spot, I think. We'll hop off. We're going to do a little scan here. So we've got salt nearby. We've got a stone one over that way. Oh, it must be inside one of those caves, I'm guessing, or maybe up on the cliffside there. We've got titanium nearby. Because I think ideally this is where I'm going to set up my little power plant. This is going to be kind of right here-ish. It's big open area, flat. Plus we've got this thing nearby that if I really wanted to, I could set up a enzyme geyser on and kind of run that just off to the side. I'd have to like build the thing over there and do that. Like if I wanted to do some enzyme geyser stuff, I could do it right here. We've got platinum again up this way. Yeah, a lot of it seems to be kind of like in this area. Clay, that doesn't surprise me. I think clay can only be found near water sources. Obsidian, frozen wood is not something you can find here. Limestone, again, near water. We have an iron ore node over in this direction. That's perfect. Gold. Well, we already found a gold one. We have copper over this way, which is where? Oh, it must be back here. Silica. Back up here. There's a lot up in this area. Coal, sulfur, aluminum. Yeah, so we've got a lot here. This is, I think, where the spot's gonna be, and then we'll just branch off from here, do everything else. So some of this coal, or not coal, wait, coal, but additionally, some of this iron I'm gonna store away, and that's gonna be dedicated just for steel. Actually, why don't we just make it now? Screw it, we got lots of iron already here, so why not just make a bunch while I'm here? Alright, so now we just need to level up. So I can get those things, like I said, I need to get. Next is going to be. Where's composites? What I need to figure out is where to make the composites. Right here, composite paste. We need to learn the material processor because that's the only thing that makes the composites. And then you need to actually composites. We need these two. And then we need to get. See, I could do this too. I do have an option for this for the time being. I could, like, the solar panels are the overall thing. But another option that is valid, and I may do this now because it'll just help us bypass a lot of the stuff for the early game, is learning, where is it? So I'm trying to find where everything's to here. I think it is in tier 4, actually. Yeah. Learning the biofuel generator. It produces 5,000 power, which is just below what the solar panel does at 6,000. But it's a constant source of energy as long as I keep biofuel to it. And it's actually not that bad. It's pretty good at keeping everything charged. And like I could just slap down a turbine or two. With this and a couple turbines, we should be able to power a few electric mining drills pretty reliably. Right, the solar panel will be our best choice, but we're going to need to go down a... We're going to need to at least level up 2 more times to unlock all that. Because we're going to need the processor, the composite, and then we can unlock the solar panel. But we're also going to need... Oh, no, that should be good, actually. But I think I'm going to do that because I think the generator is just generally cheaper to make. The generator is going to be cheaper. So I think that's what we'll do. We'll unlock this one. You could also do the portable generator. But the portable generator only produces 1,000. I do believe these actually need to be sheltered, too. So we need to set these up in an actual location. But I think that might be our best choice right now. We're going to rely on using the generator rather than the solar panels. They're much cheaper to make than the solar panels are. So on our next level, that's what we're going to do. Now, we might actually just level up passively from just crafting all this stuff, but I'm going to go take a look at the mission logs here now in a second, and just see how I feel if any of those missions are going to be doable for us. Take a look. For us? We could do...
Welcome back.
This one I don't think will be too difficult. You know what? This one. I think this one will be relatively easy. I think I've done this before.
Always gonna be so empty. The UDA wants exotics, and the Lagos unit's under pressure to scale operations up.
Where did it land? Oh, it's over there. That's gonna suck because it's gonna break all my shit when it takes off. It won't break it, but it's definitely gonna damage it. I didn't damage it too much. Okay, only. Oh, that one got damaged pretty bad, but that might have been damaged previously as well. Not too bad, actually. I think we're okay. Alright, so, if you look on the map now, you'll see where we have to go. One's here, one is here, one is here, which is not too bad. Alright, so one of the things I will have to do here now is repair this thing. Because I don't want to be up there with no melee weapon. I think we can handle this one, though. I don't think this one's going to be too hard of a quest to bang off. This will level us up quite a bit, because there's going to be some combat relating to this. Oh, before I go... I was going to refill these earlier, but I ran out of stuff, so I said I'll just do it later when I am on, and I'm only just now remembering. I can actually go back in the bag. Good enough. We'll fill it when we get back then. We won't go through that much water. And with the oxygen tank, we can fill that again later. It's okay. That'll be enough for now. Alright, so let's go get this quest. So I think with this... Actually, let me repair the pistol just to be on the safe side here. think it only takes iron. The other one takes titanium. Not bad either. I think when I did it before, I've done this before, like I said, on my own single player years ago.
Here somewhere.
You deploy that, and you activate.
That's it. Systems online.
Now we're gonna get into a little bit of combat here. I'll put you over here just so you're behind me. Now you can probably handle a little bit of this, to be honest. It says over in the corner, it says the percentage. So you just let it run its course, but while it's doing it, it's gonna get attacked by a bunch of shit. Good way to store up on bones and stuff too. You can do quests like these, and it just brings in a lot of hostile creatures. Way to get food and like animal materials if you wanted to run a mission instead of going around actually hunting. It can be a lot more beneficial to you actually. Now this one's only a low level one, so we're not going to see a whole lot. I'd say we'll probably see maybe a wolf, maybe a bear cub, and maybe a jaguar at the most. There's something coming there. I think it's a bear cub. Yep. Bear cubs don't naturally spawn. They pretty much only get spawned in during these situations.
We need you close to the scanner, Prospector.
Yeah, you can't leave the area. I forgot about that. I'll wait for them to get a little closer now. Another bear cub coming. Bear cubs aren't too bad. These guys are pretty manageable even with lower tier gear. You should be able to handle this guy. Bear armor and a spear. You should have no trouble killing these guys. The bear cubs aren't too bad. See, got instant kill. Oh, now this guy on the other hand might be a little bit more of a hassle. Like I said, you just sidestep them, see? Sidestep them. Bears have a really bad attack animation. Right, I got it. It's under control. Under control. Usually I have more automatic weapons. Like I usually have the good rifle, so it's a little bit better even again. First time doing this mission with a single shot pistol, but we'll be fine. I'm fully confident that this mission's not gonna be too difficult. I've done it before. That's the only reason I say it. This is about as bad as you're gonna. Fucking hate that. One thing about the horses that sucks, man, and they're the only animal that I've really had that issue with. Like I said, moas don't even attack normally unless you have to unlock like a special skill for them to learn to attack. Yes. Don't worry about it. This armor's really good, so like these bears are negligible to us at this point. Even with the bear armor on, they still wouldn't really hit you too hard. Alright, so now we have to pick the dang thing up. And I think we'll go to that one to the north first. We'll go to that north scan location first. This one, I think we're going to get attacked by cougars.
Data says this is the area. Now it's up to you.
Oh, wait.
That's it. Systems
I'm going to get you
online.
out of harm's way. I would just prefer to have you out of my way. You keep freaking AoEing me.
You'll need
Actually,
to
you
get
know
in
what?
range. Radar needs supervision. Get
Yeah, I'm
closer.
passive. Easy peasy. A lot of wolves are in here. Heck it. Nothing even here. Oh, there's a wolf down there aggroed, okay. Oh yeah, so we're getting a lot of wolves this time, it seems. Yeah, wolves can be killed easily enough with this. Achoo. Couple of them down there. Sorry, if they stay down there, that's perfectly fine by me. Look at that. Hey guys, what's up? Losers. I don't think you're part of it. I think you're actually just a wild wolf. Well, that's perfect. We can complete this without even these guys being able to get up here. Usually they spawn up here, and it's usually a big deal. We got lucky this time, and that the AI kind of fucked up. Typically, when you get a lot of wolves, you'll usually get like a jaguar or something with them. Looks like it's all just wolves this time. God damn it. I think they're a lot tougher for some reason. Just because they're alerted. Sweet. Yeah, this mission's pretty easy. This was probably the easiest one out of all the ones we've done so far, to be honest. The only issue with this one is traveling, really. You just gotta be able to travel. Alright, grab our thingy. On the way back now, I'm gonna be on the hunt for a buffalo, I think. I'm gonna try to snag one. I'll drop it off at base and travels here. I should have a ton of meat on me, especially with I getting harvesting all these. There's one. Look at that. Wow. Tough guy. You guys are usually good sources of materials. They're some of the better creatures to farm. Yeah, you get a lot of meat from them. No matter everything else. Come with me. There, so let's run past. Don't worry about it. Now, I don't remember if the baby teleports. I know other tames will. Let's see him on the map, or at least you should be able to. Oh, I don't think you can see them until they're actually a tame. Babies don't count. I just want to see if he is going to, or do I have to escort him all the way back? I'm pretty sure that we're fine to just sprint back to base. He should teleport on me, I think. I guess we'll do a little test. We knew where he was. So if we just keep going up this way. If I look behind me, is there a little baby buffalo chasing me? Maybe they don't teleport on you in the same way. Okay, hold on. I don't want to get this guy back, so I will go back and put the effort into getting a little... Oh wow, they're higher level up here. You too, little guy. Oh, he was killed. That explains what happened to him. He must have been killed by that bear. Okay, well, we'll look for another one. Oh, there's a buffalo. And he's got a baby. Perfection. So did you hit that bush and it stopped you? Well, at least all the animals are going to be able to get fed when we get back. We have plenty of food. Alright, little guy, come with us. Alright, now homeward bound. It's the marker here. Right, now we know where home is. So if we just walk, little guy should be able. Yeah, he can keep up with us. We're good. Didn't take us too long to get home, even at this speed. Stay away from that guy. Big meanie. You with me, little guy? Coming. He's a coming. I didn't think the storm was gonna last this long, but I think we'll be okay. Oh, he's still there. Okay, good, good. How far are we now? Not that far. Okay, we're about to come by that second little pond up here, and I pretty well know my way from there. You with me? Where is he? There he is. Oh, he did teleport. It looked like he teleported on me then, actually. Maybe they do teleport on you, and the other one just died too quickly. Find out. We'll do another little test. If I just take my time and walk. I don't know. It's hard to. The teleporting system in this isn't very good. Most people don't even bother. If you're gonna go across the map with, oh, he did teleport on me. Okay, he did. If you're gonna go across the map and you want to take teams with you, it's generally better to do it through the orbital exchange system. Basically, call in an orbital exchange. It'll put your creatures into like a cryostasis, and then you can basically put them in the dropship and shoot them up into space. And then when you get over to where you want to use them, call the ship down again, which can be done in one of two ways. One, you can either make a second orbital exchange interface, or there's other technologies you can use. I have them unlocked. There's like the orbital supply drop deeping. It's like a smoke grenade. You throw it, it marks a location, and then wherever it lands, the drop gets called in. You can use those too. But the general consensus is to not bring your animals physically, but it's much less of a pain in the ass for you to teleport them using that. Oh, here he comes. Look at him. Now let's get ourselves a little buffalo. Gotta be able to haul all of our stuffs. Get him back here. We'll put him in the pen with the horses. Get. Oh, no, we're fine. He just jump off that and take damage. That's just what happened. I think he jumped off the cliff. That was kind of why I didn't want to go down that cliff, but I ended up falling and it was too late then. There we go. Alright, little guy. There you go. Got a bed. There's water nearby. You can go over here to get water, but I think they see that ledge as an obstacle and move around it. But I don't think they need water while they're babies. It's only once they become an adult that water really becomes an issue. And there. Take all this. Okay. The reason I'm taking that out is I'm going to go in here to the butchery table. Turn most of that into that, but I will keep the fatty T-bone because that stuff is good for when I actually do combat. It's really good combat food. That in there too. Got lots of bones, which is beautiful. Now I'll be able to make all the epoxy. Best way to get that is just by killing elephants, honestly, or mammoths in the snow biome. By far the best way to do that. Just so much more worth it. Alright, so we're gonna throw this bit of iron into here preemptively. Take that coal back and this, just to get it ready for when we get composites. There. Got two full cans of biofuel, so we'll take those out. And I'm gonna go back to my horse. Yeah, there we go. Let's put the two full cans. We gotta put deep. We got everything on us that we need. Let's check over. Oh, I made. Oh, here it is. I knew I had one. I also forget about these, but they're kind of not used. What? Oh, right, you're over here now. Put you in there. So now we've got two of them, but only one thing to power with. This, and then all the biofuel. So really, all we need to start off with our little project here is to be able to make the generator. Biofuel generator, which needs copper wire and steel. That copper wire I've got. Steel, on the other hand, only just now started smelting. Okay. Getting there. Alright, so now I'm going to go down and set up our little central mining station. While we're down in that area, because we got to come down here anyway to finish this quest. There's only just to slap that together, set some stuff up, and then go do the rest of the quest. And that'll be a nice little roundabout for this mission. Let's see. Yeah, so somewhere up here is where I'm thinking the best spot's gonna be. Right here might not be too bad. Is there any clearings or big flat areas up here? Over here, look at that. Right here. Would be an excellent spot right here. Yeah, I think this will be fine. I'm gonna go up here and just take a little quick look around. Doesn't need to be at the highest point, that doesn't matter or anything. I'm gonna build it right over here on this cliff face. I think this is an excellent spot for it right here. So, all we gotta do, very basic, there's nothing super, like, crazy. You just do kind of a little 4x4, that's what I do. I'm gonna put the ceilings on, you don't really need these, but I like the flushness. That, I'm gonna put one of those there, and then this will make sense later, but I'm gonna put one of these right here with one of those on top, with one of these. Actually, let's make them stairs. Now you take the walls. I don't bother making them windows. I make this one a window maybe just because I don't really need them. And honestly, I'll just change it later actually, because if I don't put window shutters in it, it's only going to take damage. The generator is not considered an external item that needs to be protected. Alright, so place the door. Now we place the ceiling. Now we just need to place a ladder. That will allow us to get to the top, see, before when we place the solar panels. So the solar panels, we should be able to put 4 comfortably, and then 1 in the middle, so we could fit probably up to 5 just on that alone. But I am going to stick this on it, as well as... Not really a point to put the turbine on it, to be completely honest. Not until I get the battery, because that would be the only purpose of this, would be to supply some power after the battery goes out. Oh, I'm dumb. I didn't bring the generator. Oh, yes, I did. Never mind. Never mind. Not dumb. Me, smart boy. No dumb. Generator's a lot smaller than you'd expect it to be. I'm going to put the generator right here. On this back wall. Now you stick in a can of biofuel. I'm going to stick up a flow meter first of all. I'm going to put it probably... There's good enough. Wire that to... I'm going to wire it straight to this. Then I'm going to wire that over to here. Make it look somewhat double. There we go. And just because I brought it, no other reason than that, it's not really needed. I will put the turbine. Damn it. right in the center here. Go. Then grab from that. Back to here. You'll see now when we activate this, we have 1750 is what's going into it. That's what's being supplied right now by the thingy. So if you look at this, they require... Oh, it's 2,000. I was wrong. Yeah, so these take 2,000 each. That was a bear. Nowhere close by, so there's that. Now, this is all we need. Once we activate this, we'll have the power that we need to do this. So, part B of this whole plan. I was confused because it said there was nothing in it. There it is. Part B of this plan is to haul this bugger out. And we're going to search. So we've got aluminum up that way. We do have an oxide nearby. That's nice. Salt. Stone. Stone is... Oh, there's a stone one like right here. Look at that. It must be in a cave. Yeah, there's a cave right here like that. Right below us. That might be a good place to actually start looking, to be honest. But we can get down over there pretty easily. I want to see what's in this cave, because there might be a couple nodes in here that I can just kind of come right straight down to. We'll see here now. Didn't bring any food with me, did I? That's alright, well, when time comes, we'll pick up some berries or something. Oh, this is the cave that doesn't have any worms in it, okay. Let's... Oh, get out of here. Get out of here. Shoo. Yeah, bees are like half smart. They don't usually come to you when you're swinging a weapon at them. They kind of stay away. That looks like gold. If that's gold, I'm gonna siphon right to this one. Yes. Okay, so we got... That's sulfur. Okay, we'll still use the sulfur. It's just not the one I'm gonna focus. We got a sulfur and stone. That's good. So sulfur and stone, pretty well directly below the miners. Stone is just more of a luxury. You don't need it, but it's nice to have it. It mines fast too. The mining speed of whatever material that you plan on using is completely dependent on the material. So like lower tier materials like iron and copper can be extracted at a much faster rate than, say, aluminum and titanium. Basically, the more common ores just innately extract faster. I'll grab some of these rarer ones, just a couple of them. We'll need titanium here pretty soon. And the aluminum, I always need more aluminum. It'd be nice if there was a little bit more gold. Like the exotics. Okay. Nothing else really in here. It was a bit of titanium on the other side, but it's not really worth going back for it. Titanium here, I'll just grab that. Okay, we'll call that good enough. Okay, so this cave is definitely going to be needed. So we'll have our sulfur and our stone from in that cave, which is just below it, which is fine. We'll just know that it's there. But I'm not going to take the only two miners I got to go on that right now. Instead, we're going to go back up where it is to where the miners to. And we're gonna pick... we could just stretch this. We know that there's an aluminum and a copper one right here. And there's also an aluminum. Both of these contain aluminum and copper. So we can just go whoop right over there. So we know we've got aluminum and copper covered. It would have been beautiful if those had two separate ones, like aluminum, copper, and then two completely separate ones. Because that would have been 4 right there in that little valley. And it would have been beautiful. But it didn't turn out that way. Now I can refresh them later on and hope for the best. That is an option now with the tier 5 ore cycler. But that's going to be quite a while. I think you need to get into oil and everything before you can even do that. That's very much later in the game. Perfect. So we won't turn our power on yet until we got all this set up, then we'll power it up. Stone. Medium's not that far away, actually. It's only just over there. Probably like right around here. Not a bad choice. Platinum. Probably just over here, I'd say, on this ridge line. Don't really need platinum. Limestone would have been nice. Would have been nice to have had a limestone right around here. There is one down on this one, so I'll get it later, but would have been nice to have found one there. Just had it all in one area. There is no iron, unfortunately. But I did find iron before over in this location. There is iron here, just not within the range of this scanner, because I think the range is only like this big or something. No gold. I'm not going to worry about copper, even though the copper is relatively close to here. I'm not going to worry about it because we have copper and aluminum over there. Sulfur's in the cave below us. Aluminum again, not going to worry about it. The only unique one that's here is oxide. That's really the only one. That's probably like right around here-ish somewhere. I'm not going to worry about salt. Yeah, okay, so there's nothing super unique here. So, what we're going to do... Where do we want to start this from? I think we should start it from the flow meter. Sense to me. So, from where this one is, you got to look at it, click. Close the door. We'll begin stretching our power cable. Pretty well done it. Now we just gotta... This is gonna be the only real annoyance, and it's not really that big a deal. Once you get a flamethrower, beehives become negligible. They're not even really an issue anymore once you get a flamethrower. Alright. Now we have copper and aluminum. We're gonna start here. This is gonna be our first mine. So we've got 2 deep ore mining drills. So what we're gonna do... They snap on, so we'll snap one here. We'll snap one. Doesn't matter about their orientation. Now, you just hollow out your little electric thingy, connect one. Put a node a little closer. Bang. Bang. Now you'll see they're not drawing enough power. Each one's only drawing 875, because the only thing that's powering them right now is that single turbine. But the cool thing about these is that even if they don't get optimum power, they will still operate. It just operates at a severely reduced frequency. So it says here, because it doesn't have power, it's only got about 40% of the power that it needs. It's only going to operate at 40%. So you'll see it mines at a rate of 0.8 per minute, which is very slow. But once we go back and turn on the thingy, these will start operating at full capacity. Now, let's just do a quick scan. There is a gold one nearby. I wonder if it's detecting it in one of those caves. Huh. Let's see if we can find this gold node. I think it's up here on the cliff is where it's finding it too. So we'll come up here. Alright, let's stop right here. Yeah, it's right here. That's good. That'll be perfect. So this will be our gold node. That's like relatively close. I don't mind it when it's like that, but I do prefer the caves. So we got aluminum, copper, and eventually I'll put beacons on these so they're easier to remember and you can see them from the map. So we got gold, copper, sulfur, stone, and gold. Now, let's see from here. There is a silica node not far from here. Over in this early direction. I might go to that one and put the biofuel one on that one. Oh. The sulfur one here too, so we could use the gold and sulfur. That is an option. Gold and sulfur right here, and then we got 4 of them in one area. But I do like the idea of having the stone, so we'll leave that one up in the air for now until we see what else is around. Aluminum we've already got. Salt. Oh, there's a stone one nearby here too. Okay, hold on. We might not even need to use that cave. I like to have everything in the same similar area, right? Like I could have ran into that cave, which is still an option, but I can get everything kind of in this one area, because then it makes it easier for pickup, right? Having everything close by. There should be silica and stone in this area. Okay. Up there a little ways. Right up on top of that hill over there. Did I get you to follow me? Then I'll go back and get him, it's fine. This is stone right here. Now, where's the silica? They are following me. Yeah, and that's the gold one we found a minute. Oh, wait, is that a different gold one? No, it's probably the same one. It just was looking weird to me. Yeah, so we got gold, sulfur, and stone. All in one little area here. And then there's silica just down here. This might be it. I might not use that cave. I think I'm just going to have everything in this one little area. We just got to get beacons now so we can set down to mark everything. Okay. Oh, it's right there. Okay. Silica, stone, sulfur, gold. Yeah, so everything's in this one little area. That's perfect. And I believe there was coal nearby, or not coal. There's oxide just over there. And I think the iron ore, that's what I'm thinking of, the word iron, yeah. Iron should be nearby. Yeah, look at that. This is perfect. Everything we're going to need is probably going to be like in this little area right here. And we might not need to go too far outside. Now, I know that there is a, because I already found it, but there is a limestone deposit right around here. So I will want that for making concrete. And we got the sulfur and the stone in here and our thingy. We probably could have brought this down here actually and built it here. And it would have been a lot closer. But it is what it is now, and I'm not going to move it because it's going to be a pain in the ass. But it is what it is now. But this is good, so we found it. So what have we got left now? I think all we got is our biofuel deep mining drill. Yes, so I need to think about... I actually have a lot of sulfur already back at base. So I think what we're going to do is go to this iron ore one. And I'm going to set up the biofuel drill on top of the iron one, because I'm going to need a lot of raw iron for when I get to make the composites. Alright. Right there. On top of this hill here. I can see it right here, I think. Iron ore. Perfect. Take that and a can of biofuel. Now, there is a trick with this biofuel you can do, too. So, you would put your biofuel drill down like this. And then you would put in, so you see how it has these slots. These are the output slots. This is where the ore will go, but it also has this slot here. Now, these are the most simple form of transferring biofuel, right? So you put that in, turn it on, there you go. So we'll get 2 per minute. That's a pretty good rate, extraction rate, right? It'll be even better with the electric one. It gets much faster. So we got this one here. Now, if you wanted to have this run for any amount of time, there are a couple options you got. There are other storage containers that you can use. You can use, let me see. Yeah, so you get the biofuel can as your first one that stores biofuel. Right, so that's kind of what you're working out of with tier 3 is just a bunch of those biofuel canisters. But you can get later on, yeah, I think it's all in further tiers up. So if you go to tier 4 then, you'll get this portable tank. So you got the portable water tank and a portable biofuel tank. Now this one here is like one that goes on your back. It goes in your G slot here where this thing is too. But it holds a ridiculous amount of biofuel. You can see there it holds 1,500. But see how it says max rate of 10 per second? You can actually place it on the ground and it becomes like just a tank that you can siphon from. You can take those and then pipe them into these. And, well, they're supposed to work. I haven't actually tested it, but there are other options is basically what I'm just trying to get across. And I believe that even later on, this is a biofuel pipe tool. So this allows you to pipe biofuel. I think that's the only reason. I think you need this. If you get this, then you can pipe from the biofuel tank, I think. This is essentially the best version of the biofuel composter, but this one runs on power, and it is meant to kind of turn, because once you get into tier 5, you kind of start getting into like crazy manufacturing. So they can make this manufacturer, and that leads you into like actually extracting crude oil and then using the crude oil to make polymers. Like you get a crude oil extractor, pump jacks, all that stuff. But an alternative that you can use instead of getting, if you can't get crude oil or you don't want to do crude oil, you can go biomass. This will convert biomass into usable oil that will work for similar to things to what these will extract. Right, so this here will convert biofuel into regular oil, or we'll convert it into oil that you can then use for everything else here. So that's an option later on. But if you get the pipe tool and this thing right off the bat, you'll be pretty good for biofuel. But anyway, grab. Got 6 already. Let that do its thing. All right, so that's that. We got our thing started. Now it's just to build more extractors and some the word escapes me. Solar panels. And expand the system, but we've got it set up. So that's perfect. You are hungry. That's why you're slow, isn't it? Alright, let's go get this scan done. Finish this mission. And we'll head back to base and see about making some of the things we need to expand this network a bit.
You made it to the area. Get searching.
Put you up here. Okay, so here we go. Clap it down, turn it on, gun in hand, crouch and wait. Actually, I'm gonna get up on this rock. Good vantage point. Nothing will come from here. They're all gonna come up from here. Is the only way they can come. So. Only I had a rifle. Oh, that's nice. The little water beads on the gun. I noticed that before. I'm in the worst part of the storm now. Oh, it's boars. Okay, so I guess we're getting boars. So I had mountain lions before. Have I done it? At least we get some bacon. I don't have any bacon. That's another thing you can tame. They're really good too. They're like the difference between them and wolves is that wolves are more damage oriented, whereas pigs are more for tanking. I thought I saw another horse up there with mine. Yeah. Bacon. Mission's already worth it. Quick scope. We're gonna need some food soon too, although we'll be running straight back to base after this, so we'll be okay. We got a boar. Oh, there's a cougar. Yeah, 87%. Okay, we might have one more wave, maybe. Might get one more wave. Yeah, there it is. Right, Get the scanner.
Well, you're done here.
I'm gonna
You
get
did
all
a lot
those.
more
Ooh,
than just survive.
hold on. Okay, we're back. That was scary for a moment there. That could just be not even a crash. It could just be like something weird with where my computer can barely run it. It's because it like spikes right up to like 90% when it happens. But whatever, we're back now, so hope it doesn't happen again. Honestly, the best use I've seen for the generator is exactly what we're using it for now. Is to just like if you need temporary power. What the? Oh, hold on. Okay, there we go. Haven't before. Is to just like if you need temporary power for like a mission or something, because there's a lot of missions where it might send you somewhere and it'd be like, oh, you know, build this place, hook it up to power, mission's over, and then you can kind of just pick up your generator and go on again. Or some of the hunts missions, you got to restore power to like some of the facilities that have been damaged, and for stuff like that, you need power, so it's good for that. But it's good for back at your base if you just need to top up batteries or something. Like you could kind of just run your entire base off of, say, uh, the turbines, and then when you actually run out of power, like you can have like three or four turbines around that provide most of your power, because a lot of the stuff doesn't consume power until you use it. Like the forge doesn't consume power until you turn it on. The electric textiles bench doesn't use power until you turn it on. At least as far as I'm aware, it doesn't draw power unless it's actually doing something. Then when you start doing that, it could drain your power really fast. Well, then you would just turn on your generator and have it provide a bit. That's what I was using it for back in my old base, because most of my base is powered off of 2 water wheels with about 3. I think I had 2 water wheels and 3 turbines. Is what I had powering my base on my single player world. And when everything was running, I had enough power. But sometimes in the nighttime, or like when there was a storm and the turbines got damaged, they would not output as much, and then the power would start to drop. Or sometimes the water wheels would jam up, and I just never checked them frequently enough, and then the power would drain. I only had the generator set up for situations like that, where I could turn the generator on to restore power while I go and deal with the rest of it, and leave it on for a little while to like charge the batteries back up. Because I just relied on using a bunch of battery packs. I had, I think, two advanced battery racks and then a small battery. So I just had a lot of like storage ready, because I eventually added a couple solar panels, and when the solar panels came on in the daytime, I had like ridiculous amounts of power, way more than I needed. And then when the sun went down, I actually had less power. Like in the daytime, I was overproducing, and in the nighttime, I wasn't producing enough. But it was enough that it usually balanced out. But sometimes if I was crafting or whatnot, it was drawing more power, it would go dead, and then I would just need to turn on the generator for a little while. Here. Damn it. Aha. I'm gonna keep that bit of meat. I have a variety. Throw in the carrots, raw meat, and the bacon all into here. Keep it raw. Maybe I can use it in recipes and stuff later on. I know the crispy bacon is good, but not without like making other things with it that we can't do right now. Add 2. You know what? The spider silk, we're gonna put that in here because we're probably not gonna end up with a whole lot of that anyway. We're gonna put the titanium in here and the aluminum. This is gonna go away. Just drop that for this. Care about that. Keep that. We can throw you in there. Oh, the gold can go back in here. We'll put the deep ore scanner back in the bag. Berries, I'll throw those in the fridge and hopefully be able to use them for something later on. Raw meat and the biofuel canister that's full is going to go back in here. A lot more stuff in here. Gold, I didn't bother to smelt that. I want to keep as much as possible for making the composites. Now, we don't have composites unlocked yet, do we? We're close to doing this, though. All right, well, let's take a look at what we've got that I might potentially need. We're definitely going to need electronics. That is something we are 100% going to need more of. But anyway, if y'all enjoyed, please come and watch me again next time. And I will have... I'm a little bit behind only because where I was gone the weekend over to my dad's. I wasn't home all weekend to edit. But I got one video up today. I got one more Icarus video to put up, the last one, and then this one will go up. And I've got 2 Elden Ring videos. One's almost ready. I was editing it before this and had it about 3/4 of the way done, so should be done relatively soon. I'm hoping I'll get caught up now within the next couple of days. So for those who missed out on the last stream, it will be up on my YouTube channel pretty soon to follow by. And I pretty much got everything covered. Like I said, the only things that are left out are things that are not that important anyway. You're not missing out. But yeah, so you can go watch those there if that's something you're interested in. And otherwise, I'll be going live at this on it's going to be Friday. I'll be streaming Icarus again. So if you want to stop in for that one, I'll be live then too. But anyway, thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.